Hey guys, welcome back to another Charma video. This one's going to be a little bit different because this weekend is our 1-year content creating anniversary. Woo!
Woo!
Confetti and cheering and clapping and cake! Yes!
Cake?
Why not cake?
I don't know.
Cake is always there during celebrations and happy special moments. I am very proud of us for getting this far. I am not a person who is very good at committing to things. I start projects and leave them halfway done. People who have been here long enough know about my diorama, and also at the same time don't know anything about my diorama, and that's because it is stashed under my bed right now. But genuinely, this has been my longest ongoing project, and I'm still going strong. I'm still motivated. I'm still really looking forward to making this a full-time thing, hopefully someday, and it's so much fun. It's genuinely something I have fun doing. For example, we're currently recording on Friday, so this is 2 days before our anniversary. We have done 2 full weeks on YouTube the last 2 weeks, haven't we, Chris? I did not think I was going to be able to. Chris told me last year at the end of the year, like in December or something, he's like, hey, would you want to do in January like a whole week where we just upload videos every day? And I was like, no, are you fucking insane? There is no
Little
way
did
I
she
can do
know that I wanted to ask for 2 weeks straight away, but I knew better.
Little did he know I would eventually ask for a third one. So, this is the thing, right?
You're always capable of more than you think you are, right? That's the gist of that.
Yes.
This time last year, we started streaming on Twitch just for the shits and gigs. Wasn't really a reason, we just both really wanted to get into it, and so we just tried it. Said, fuck it, why not? Went well. We got affiliate within the first month. We ended up meeting a bunch of cool people, and we just kept on chugging along. Even like for the first few months, it was really fun to stream. After, I think it was a month or so, we started up the YouTube channel where we started posting stream highlights. First one did pretty good. Got about 150-ish views, I think, did it?
It's like, I think our only video of all the videos we've done that has reached 100 views that isn't a short.
No, that's not true. My Watch Mojo one got like 250.
That's true. The first couple, well, the first many videos that we uploaded were all stream highlights, because back then we were playing DVD consistently. How often were we streaming back then? Was it 3 times a week?
We streamed three times a week, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was 3 times a week for about 5 or 6 hours.
And we didn't have like a from this time to this time type of thing. Like, we just started at a time and then just kind of went as long as we wanted to. I was the one streaming like from when we started because Chris didn't have a PC yet.
Yeah, I played on console, and I didn't get a PC until about June or July of that like summer we started streaming, which was getting a PC changed the game completely, but we'll get to that in a moment, because what we used to do was, for those stream highlights, you've no idea the amount of work that went into those.
Oh yeah.
And looking back on it now, it's like,
we can't
what
believe
were they fucking thinking?
I was saying this to Chris the other day. I was like, can you believe, because we used to watch the entire like week's worth of streams, so 3 streams, 5 hours each-ish, give or take.
Let's do the math. So we have 15 hours of stream, like you said, right?
Yeah.
3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I used to watch back those streams to pick out parts from games to put into like a 15-minute video. It took me about 2.5 hours if you skip through the lobbies to get through the stream. So that would be 7.5 hours on top of the 15,
not
which
including,
is 22.5 hours. And then we used to call on Discord. She would share screen, and I would watch as she edited, and we'd make suggestions. And like, we just put them in I wrote down timestamps. We just put them into the video and then edited them after. That took another 3-4 hours to do.
Yeah, no, not to mention as well, like, I would sometimes forget to download a VOD. So that was annoying in and of itself, because like Chris would be like, okay, so I have all the clips ready, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to download the VODs. So I would have to like go download the VODs. That would take about 2 hours. So it was just so time consuming, which is kind of why I really hope people understand why we stopped. It's not because we don't want to do stream highlights anymore, but it is just not viable. It is so time consuming.
It took us about 27 hours to do one video a week, whereas I'd
Yeah.
say we spent 27 hours on 7 videos.
Yeah, like nowadays, right, we'll get to that now. But
Yeah.
yeah, like back then we were, if you really think about it, one video a week is nothing, but the amount of effort. And if you look back at those videos, they're not even like, some of them are pretty good. Like I'm still very proud of some of them. I still think that they were really, really good. Well, for one.
Right, well, if you look, right, for people who are starting off, yeah, it's pretty good, right? But at the same time, I started editing since June, and I'm looking back at it, I'm like, oh, I would have changed this, I would have changed that. That thumbnail's fucking shit.
Yeah.
I would change that in a heartbeat.
Right, I would like to actually just a little quick thank you to Otzdava himself, and let me explain why.
Shit.
Chris,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
wanna explain why?
Yeah, so we were I'd say we were about 5 or 6 videos in, and Otzdava had this thing where he asked a bunch of content creators to like send in a profile of theirs, like, oh, he would like go through their channel and tell them how they could improve and stuff like that. I was a little bit cheeky and decided to DM him myself and just, oh, yo, can you just take a look at this video I made and see, like, you know, a few tips and shit, see what we're doing. And he fucking, he responded after a stream.
Yeah.
Like, fucking God. He decided to reply back, and actually, I can pull it up. So, what I did was, I DM'd him, and I was like, hey, Otz, this is a video my girlfriend and I made. I'd love to get your insight if you have time. Thank you. And he responded back, and he's like, I'll have a little look when I can. I said, thank you, I really appreciate it. He didn't get back to me for like a couple of days, so I like just DM'd him again just to like I told him, I was like, just resurrecting this from your open messages. That was a great stream, hope you have a good rest of your night. And then that same night, he gave us the advice, he watched our video, gave us the advice, and he was like, change your titles to something that would actually like grip the viewer.
Yeah, because back then we were just naming them like DVD stream highlights part 1, part 2, part 3. Yeah.
And he also told us to change our thumbnails, which you did.
Yes,
and
because
basically
our thumbnails again were just like the background that you guys see in the highlights, that red and purple, but it just said the number. DVD stream highlights number 1, DVD stream highlights number 2. Like it was just very monotonous. There was nothing
and
catching
basic.
your eye. Yeah. So his suggestions really helped us out, because from that point onward, we left. I think if you go back, you can see, I think the first 4 of our videos are just boring, like visually. They don't have a thumbnail. It's just part 1, part 2, part 3. That's how the videos we post now kind of evolved into.
Yep, pretty much.
So speaking of Otzdava, why did we choose DVD? You may be wondering.
We streamed DVD because Karen got me into it back in like the September before we started streaming.
Yeah.
And we fucking binged it. We just played it all the fucking time.
God,
So
we
enjoyed playing
every single day. And it was so funny because when we started streaming, we were still so into it, and that went on for many, many months. But I think playing it on stream so much really burnt me out from it.
It did. I feel like a combination of things happened. So basically, we started to hit a slump. So some people were leaving, viewers wise, and
well, because it was kind of when COVID started to calm down a bit. You know, people were going back to work, back to school. So
it died down, and also we weren't really having that much fun with DVD anymore. It just didn't. It felt more like a chore than anything else. But then on top of that, we were still doing. I think we were still doing the stream highlights. On top of doing the stream highlights, I was also going to work. So I started working in like late May. So a typical Monday for me would have been like wake up at 5:30, be at work for 6, finish for 3 or 4 o'clock, come home, eat dinner, watch some of the stream. I could probably get that done by 7, and then we streamed from 7 to 12, go to bed at 12, wake up again at 5:30 for work again. And it was the most stupid fucking thing ever, because it didn't benefit us in any way. Twitch does not allow for discoverability. And we learned that
the hard way.
Only a few months ago. Yeah, the hard way. And so that is when the direction changed for what we wanted to do. We carried on through the summer. We grinded on through. I got a PC halfway through that in June. And that is when I started to learn how to edit and use Photoshop, get a bunch of recording software and stuff like that, and actually make my first video, which was a PC New Place Trapper, I believe. So that was the first one I did, and it was bad. It was not good.
So the thing with Chris is, like, I watch a lot of YouTube, I do. But when I watch YouTube, I just sort of relax my brain and enjoy it and just vibe like a normal person. Chris, on the other hand, will watch a YouTube video and he will take mental notes. He's like, okay, so perfectly cut screen here, transition into this, face zoom, sound effect, color change, and he just makes all these mental notes of editing in the video. So then when he edits, he takes all that into account when editing his own video, and it comes out the way it comes out. And I think Chris's videos are freaking great in terms of editing. Like, some of them are just, I'm just like, wow, this is actually really good. Like, I would watch this if I found it just on YouTube. So, and I think that's kind of the point, you know? Are you making content that you would watch? I love when Chris finishes a video, he's like, can I show you? I'm like, yes, because his videos are funny. And when I finish a video, I'm like, hey, can I show you? And he says yes, and then we watch it together. So we do watch each other's videos. We really went off topic there for a sec, but we ended up, kind of drifting away from DBD, and what we learned from that moment was what Chris said, that, you know, Twitch does not have good discoverability. We got found because we just so happened to be playing an online game, because if we were playing anything else, it would have been very, very difficult to reach affiliate, to get the followers that we had. So that is kind of where we were like, okay, what do we do? And Chris was like, well, we need to focus more on YouTube. And that is when we stopped doing stream highlights. We decided, okay, this is not the road we're going to take. This is too time consuming. We only get one video a week. Not going to happen. There's two of us. You now have a PC, Chris. Let's take turns and do videos, you know? So
yeah,
we ended up also branching out to other games around that time. So we wanted to try other things. DBD was getting very stale for us. We were still, like, I think we still did a couple DBD games. Like, you had done your Trapper series, like the PC New Play series. But yeah, so essentially that was kind of the last DBD related thing we did, or rather Chris did, because then what did we do after? Like, what was the first thing we did outside of Dead by Daylight?
So we went through a little phase of not knowing what the fuck we did. So Karen put up a house flipper video. So as well as that, we actually put up a killer tier list, which was kind of DBD, but more commentary type
Right,
thing.
that was actually, okay, so yeah, the killer tier list video was like the gateway video, if you will, because it was half DVD, half not DVD. Because we were like, okay, we still want to get the attention of the people who follow us, who are into DVD, who are following us because of DVD, but we don't want to, we're fucking sick of DVD. We don't want to play DVD anymore. I don't want it. So that's what we ended up doing. Well, and then, like, we kind of started playing stuff like Minecraft and Human Fall Flat, Golf with Your Friends.
Fun fact, actually, this will tell you, like, how fast shit changes. If you go back 5 months from when we posted this video, you will see a UFC preview that I did for Cyril Gann versus Derek Lewis.
You need to delete that video. That makes no sense with the rest of our content. It is so out of place.
It is so out of place.
Well, because initially Chris had thought, like, I'll do some UFC related videos. So we were gonna have a channel with a lot of things, with commentary, reaction, gaming, UFC. It's just gonna be so much stuff, and it's not viable to do so many different things.
The algorithm does not like that. You need to pick
a lane and fucking roll with it. Yeah, exactly.
Well, basically, the fun fact is Cyril Gann is actually fighting tomorrow for the heavyweight title.
What are the odds of that? Well, look at that.
What are the odds of that?
But yeah, so we swapped to YouTube. We were like, okay, this is where it's at. This is where people will find us, because at the end of the day, Twitch is more like a place where you connect with your viewer base, with people who are already actively following you on a different platform, or at least that's kind of what I'm led to believe when I think of Twitch. You know, a lot of people on there are famous for their YouTube videos usually, you know? So it's like, okay, maybe we started this in the wrong order. So we hopped onto YouTube, started grinding them out, and here we are, second week of full week. Next week we got a third full week.
So November we
Yeah.
actually started our YouTube channel.
Yeah, technically November. Like, it's been 3
Yeah.
months since we technically have
yeah.
started putting like more effort into YouTube. We started uploading 3 times a week, and we would separate it. Like, we started doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
And basically the fruits of that labor were, if since the very beginning, since February, when we started the YouTube channel, when it was born and created, we had since then to November, we had 65 subscribers.
That's
65.
9 months.
Nothing.
9
months of work.
months of work.
65
to be fair,
subscribers.
right, 1 video a week, but 9 months of 1 video a week.
Well,
with
no,
how
'cause there
many
was-
hours were we putting into that video a week, Chris?
Fucking like
Right.
27.
And we got like 60 or so subscribers
Yeah.
on YouTube. By the way, let me clarify, on YouTube.
We went from 65 subscribers in November to today, which is the 21st of January, to 183 subscribers. So over double, time and a half, I think, actually.
In just 3
in
months.
a third of the time.
Yeah. Essentially. We got subscribers from uploading consistently, so we were like, okay, this is good, this
Yeah.
works. So this is why Chris was like, great idea, let's upload for a whole week.
Well, double back to Twitch real quick.
Yeah.
We started off focusing on Twitch. So we had about 13 average viewers, thereabouts. That started to come down to 7, 8, 9-ish. Even though we were streaming more, we actually ended up streaming 4 times a week.
Yeah.
But with
But
different
less
games
Dead
on
by
the Tuesday and
Daylight, yeah.
Friday. Monday and Wednesday was us together. Tuesday was myself. Friday was Carm. And we played different games on our solo streams. That went out the window real fast
Yeah.
because it was just too much streaming and it wasn't doing anything. In fact, it was bringing our numbers down.
It was.
Right?
It was
It was hurting us.
frustrating because it's like we didn't know what to do, but it was better to try something new and see that it didn't work and do something different than never trying it, you know? So just in general, the last 3 months have been, for me at least, very enjoyable compared to the first 9 months of video editing and stuff.
Yes,
It's been more me recording my own things that I like playing and Chris recording his own things that he likes playing, and we're not having to argue about it because it's not streaming, you know? Because with stream,
Yeah.
sometimes I was like, oh, can we play this other thing? And Chris was like, no, we have to play DVD. The thing, right, when you start content creating with someone, you can't just do everything you want all the time. You have someone to talk about things with. You have a partner that you have to check with before you make decisions, before you do something that will potentially affect the brand, if you will. So just to kind of wrap up, you know, what the overall experiences for us were this last year, what did you learn, Chris?
I learned fucking everything. Last year, I literally learned how to speak publicly. I learned that I was capable of much more in terms of like my work ethic than I thought I was. I can pump out some shit, dude. I can work my ass off for 8, 9 hours straight and be so satisfied with the work I do after. It's great. I learned just how to edit in general. Even in the last 2 weeks, right? My ability to make thumbnails has gone through the fucking roof, right? They've gotten way fucking
His
better.
thumbnails are so good now.
I have learned how to make better titles. I learned yesterday, how to animate my subtitles now. So that's another thing to keep an eye out for. So I know how to do that now. So there's always learning to do, always. And I've just learned a shit ton. And hopefully, and I know I have a shit ton more learning to do.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on the whole editing thing. Was as a kid, I used to love editing videos. I remember I used to edit on Windows Movie Maker. I don't know if you guys remember that one. I would just make the dumbest videos as well, but I was just very happy with them. And that's kind of where my love for content creating began, to be honest. I love making things and having people watch it. So learning how to edit with like Adobe Premiere Pro, which is what we use, versus Windows Movie Maker, obviously was a giant leap, but was fun to figure out. You know, it's like with everything. Once you get the hang of it, you know, learning new things is a breeze. I learned so much about myself, about what I can take and what I can't, because like Chris said, like I didn't think that I was going to be capable of a full week, for example. This week, I uploaded 4 videos, or either 3 plus this one that's gonna come out tomorrow. So this video edited by yours truly. I never thought that would be possible for me to do ever. Yet here we are, you know, 2nd week in, next week, 3rd week, you know, it's just...
Which we haven't told anybody about yet, so you're welcome.
There we go. Fun fact, guys, you're gonna get a 3rd week of videos. But yeah, it's just, it's crazy to me to think that I can work that hard. People think that editing is super easy. It is difficult, especially because, like, depending on how you edit things, it can turn out in different ways. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those videos, which is like, oh, I edit X movie in 5 different genres, because editing is everything. You can grab something that's meant to be a comedy and turn it into a drama. The way you edit something changes it so much.
The amount of boring ass dead fucking recording sessions we've had, and we've just turned them into something hilarious because we added in sound effects and cuts at the right time. That's
exactly. All you need. There are so many videos which you guys will never know which ones they'll be as well. That I just looked back on the fucking recording while I was editing it, and I was like, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? This is...
What is this fucking dog
Toss
shit?
it in
Jesus
the garbage. Christ. But it's just hard work does pay off, and even though YouTube is a big slow burn, it really is a slow burn.
Big slow burn.
I'm very excited to see where it goes. I've also, even like with Twitch, I've learned to get out of my shell a little bit more. I'm very chatty, but I'm an introvert, and going online in front of so many people and just being like, yo. Once I got used to being in front of 5 people, I remember the times Lilith has rated us with like 300 people. No matter how many people were watching me, once I got used to it, that was fine. And I never thought I'd be able to do that. As a kid, I always dreamed of streaming, but I was always too shy. So actually starting it and doing it and seeing it wasn't actually so bad was quite nice. Who knows, maybe this video now will get watched by 5 people, but then maybe down the line, if we keep going at this and we keep putting in the work, eventually people will come back and watch it and be like, wow, look how far they've come. And that's the part that's the part I'm looking forward to. And that is why I'm going to keep working hard, because that's what I strive for. I strive for people to appreciate the content that I make. And I'm sure Chris feels the same. And I want them to look back on the stuff I used to make and be like, wow, she's gotten so much better. That to me that means everything to me. And this is why we pester you guys like the video, comment, because that's what YouTube wants. YouTube wants interaction.
Listen, no, what YouTube wants is watch time.
I mean, yeah,
if you don't fucking like the video, I don't care.
Chris.
Just leave it on in the background so it watches the whole thing, so the average view duration is big. That's
Unfortunately, YouTube is just weird, guys. It really is. It's like, we were doing the full week as an experiment almost, kind of like what would happen if we uploaded every single day, because we also upload shorts. So we were uploading a long video, 20 minutes plus, 15 minutes plus, every single day, plus a short every single day. Some days 2 shorts would come out. So you would have 3 videos a day, like 14, 15, 16 videos a week. It would be so many videos. I was like, yes, YouTube's definitely going to recommend us, right? Because we're doing so many videos. Sometimes quantity is not the thing. It's the quality of the few things that you've made. But it was still fun to have this experience. I don't know. It has helped us work harder and also appreciate the content that we make for you guys. So, Chris, what are our plans for the future?
We're going to do Dying Light 2. Which is coming out in 2 weeks' time. And basically, we're just going to keep going. Going to keep making videos, keep streaming, get better, and hopefully we'll take off. The possibilities are endless when you eventually get monetized, because you're able to improve your content tenfold because you're able to invest back into it. So that's kind of what we're holding out for. Hopefully soon, maybe never. That's the risk you take. We'll just enjoy it while we do it.
You never know how it's gonna go, but trying is the first thing you can do. And that's kind of the biggest thing we've learned, I think. So, really quickly, guys, before we sign off, I have a couple questions here from some of our viewers that they wanted to ask, so we're gonna answer them really quickly. Our first question from Joseph. He says, I would like to know if you and Chris have any plan on meeting each other IRL. I know it's expensive to travel and stuff, but maybe in like the long term. Just wondering how you guys feel towards meeting each other eventually. Chris, you want to break the news?
Me and Cam are actually breaking up.
Yeah, sorry guys. Really sorry you had to find out like this. After such a heartwarming video as well, you know.
I know,
Sometimes
right?
life just gives you a cookie and then kicks you in the teeth.
But yeah, no. The plan is Carm should be coming over here to
Yes, I should.
Ireland in June. That
Yes,
is the
I
plan at the moment, and it's looking very likely that that will happen. Very excited.
Yes, we are.
Should be good fun.
We'll see how it
And-
progresses, you know, COVID and whatnot, but hopefully it'll
looking
be okay.
promising.
Right now it's looking promising, we'll see. But yeah, that's the plan at least. And if not in June, it will happen eventually, guys. And we're gonna vlog the whole
Eventually.
fucking thing, okay?
Hells yeah.
If you guys are not there, did we even meet? Did
Exactly.
we even meet?
Did we even meet?
Did we even meet? Thank you, Joseph, very much for the question. I hope the answer satisfies you. Then we have a question from Batty Bat. He says, what are you hoping to achieve within the next year of content creation? And Pogo stuck with both of you when? First of all, let me say Pogo stuck. I looked it up on Steam. It's like it's like getting over it, but co-op kind of multiplayer.
With pogo sticks and cartoony bulged-eyed beans.
Yes, they're very strange, I will say. I'd be willing to try it out. We can add it to our wish list and see if it gets on sale soon. But yes, next year content creation, Chris. What are we thinking?
Be fucking monetized. That's the main one, honestly.
Yeah.
Not even gonna beat around the bush. If we get monetized, that opens up a lot of doors.
Mind you guys, this is us being very optimistic, but also knowing that we're very much willing to put in the work to get there. So if that works out, that would be really, really good for us because we can focus on other things as well. There's so many things that I want to do, but obviously in the next year, maybe not, maybe more down the line. Try and get as much as we can out of new releases. I feel like that's something that we need to do. So obviously Dying Light 2 coming out.
God of War Ragnarok is coming out as well. I'll probably do that. Hey, listen, if Karen comes over, we get a bunch of IRL content to come as well. So
We
there
do,
you go.
absolutely. No, we're gonna have like a whole, like if I do go there, guys, I'm staying for 3 months. Like that is a nice amount of time.
Sure.
And I'm taking my computer with me. So you better believe we're gonna continue streaming, continue making
Hells yeah.
videos. Like just because we meet IRL doesn't mean we're slacking off. Fuck do you
It
think
is
we
an
are?
opportunity.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what next year's content creating dream is. We'll see how it goes. We got another question here from Tommy. Tommy said, what made you start creating content? Well, for me specifically, like I said before, it all started my humble roots of Windows Movie Maker creations. I just like making things up that make people laugh. That is all. Like I enjoy it very much. And as a kid, I would love watching YouTube. I was like, I want to do this.
I've wanted to try and make YouTube videos since when I was 10, because I first came across actual content creators on YouTube. I came across KY or Speedy, also the Vanos crew, those guys. So I've been watching them since I still watch Wildcat Terrorizer today, to this day. So I always took inspiration from those, and yeah, Cam came at me with an opportunity to do that, and we did. I never
Yeah.
really wanted to stream. It was always making YouTube videos that I was more focused on.
For me as well, to be honest, but streaming was a thing that streaming wasn't a thing I considered just because I was too shy for it and I knew that I would not be able to. But streaming with someone, I felt a lot more comfortable with. And throughout the years, I have tried to get people to stream with me. I was like, would you stream with me? Would you stream with me? And no one ever was like, yeah, I'd love to, except Chris. And that's
Sure.
how I knew I had met my other half, my other content creating half. I feel like he works a lot harder than I do, and he has motivated me to work harder than I used to. So that's always good when you find someone that motivates you to be better. Hold on to that person, because it doesn't even have to be like a romantic partner, just like a friend, a family member, a pet, whatever. But whoever makes you want to be a better version of yourself, that's a nice person to have around.
Indeed.
Right, so we have one last question, Chris, and this one's directed at you, in fact. So, Doggo asks, how many subs for Chris to drop an OnlyFans? I think we all want to know this, Chris. How many subs?
Consider it when we get to 2 million.
2 million?
2 million.
Well, Doggo, you're gonna have to wait a couple years, mate. Sorry.
And that's I will consider when we get to 2 million. That's not a guarantee.
We'll see, guys. Who knows? Maybe if this doesn't pan out, Chris's OnlyFans will come sooner than expected. If you want a Chris OnlyFans, don't like the video. No, I'm kidding. Like the video. Hey, look at me. Like the video. It's like I was saying, like one of our last videos. Please like the video. Give us interactions on our videos and watch time so we can be monetized, so we can pay for couples therapy, because God knows we need it. God knows at the end of this whole ordeal, we are going to need a long-ass vacation in Cabo and some intense fucking relationship therapy, because holy hell.
Definitely after she fucking stays with me for like 3 months. Absolutely. She'll never want to speak to me again.
Alright guys, well, that was our video, our anniversary
This is what we've learned over the last year of content creating. We hope you enjoy. Hope you learned something from it as well.
Thank you guys for watching the video. You know the drill. Please like the video. Comment if you would like. If we featured your question in the video, please feel free to comment and be like, hey, that was me, you know? And recommend us to your friends if you're not too embarrassed to say, hey, I know these people. And they're fucking weird sometimes.
Yeah, we are weird.
Unless you want to out yourself for watching us and being a weirdo. I hope you do, because then they come and watch us, and then they also become weirdos. And I'm gonna stop right here. So anyway, I'm very sleep deprived, guys. I'm running on 6 hours, which to me is sleep deprivation. I'm not used to this, okay? 0 out of 10, don't recommend. All right, well, bye.